Hey everybody, it's Clay on the trail. We are at the east fork of the Bear River in the Uintas. I have, they're slow today. Ian and Dustin are back with me. And Cash, we're actually going to go up to the waterfall. Set our hammocks up on that side hill if we can get there. I'm not sure how the snow is. It's like the 3rd or 4th of May. Just trying to have one last camp up here before they plow the roads open for Memorial Day. And all the crowds show up. So there's still plenty of snow, and it's not the most sunny and beautiful day I've ever been at up here, but should have low in the 20s. We should be all right. So we made it down, well, to the river bottom off the trail there. I wasn't really sure what to expect. It's early enough in the year. There is a lot of deadfall. I do expect to run into some snow, but probably not. We're headed up to the waterfall, so the climb headed up into the waterfall will be my guess. I mean, there's little patches here and there, but not really anything to speak of. Anyhow, those slow pokes finally are catching up. We grabbed sandwiches. We got up here about noon, so grabbed sandwiches on the way up here. They're trying to eat, walk, and talk at the same time. So here's the first sort of close-up view of the river we get. It splits and goes around this little island here and joins up back over there. And there's a good crossing log down there. Last year when Dustin and I did that hike up to Lorena, we went up this pass. Well, through that snowfield right there, this Triangle Mountain. Glad we're not doing that today. Okay, we've made it in a little further. We passed the first set of tie hat cabins. I've covered those a lot. I hike this every spring because the water coming out of this waterfall is phenomenal this time of year. The rest of the year it's just kind of boring. There is a 4% chance of precipitation today. And while it's not really anything to speak of, you probably can't even see it, but we're actually getting snowed on right now. But again, so minimal. And it's not that cold. So we're 2.3 miles in, starting to hit snow drifts. I've only seen one set of footprints going across them, so we're not the first ones here, but one of the firsts. But all these drifts are hard enough, we're just walking over them. Occasional post hole, but nothing bad. Ugh. Except for that one. That was deep. And now my shoes are full of snow. Okay, so the sign is in. Sign is in for repair. But we have officially hit the forest wilderness boundary, so no more cars or bikes or motorized vehicles. And it's trying to snow again, but it's not really getting very far. So I know somebody will inevitably say, man, for May, for runoff, there sure isn't much water in the river, and you're absolutely right. We're having a low water year one, but it's cold today and it was cold yesterday. 2 days ago, this thing would have been ripping. It's had a couple of days to slow down, and I say thank goodness, because I live downriver from here, and if it just suddenly turns 70 degrees all of a sudden and all the snow comes out at once, we flood. So I'm glad that it will heat up for a few days and then cool off for a few days and heat up for a few days and do a nice easy melt. But you're not wrong. There's not near as much water as there should be. All right, we have bailed off the main trail at the switchback and are following this trail. It's not quite as maintained as the government trail, but it's still a trail. And this time the sound you hear isn't the wind like it has been all day. That's the waterfall. Well, we made it. We're now just going to find a spot to set up hammocks. Well, that took a little bit of time. We have picked a spot that is way less than ideal as a camp spot, especially if you are a tent camper, but where we are hanging. Dustin was set up there, but the trees weren't far enough apart. So he's going to try to move up the hill. I think we'll end up doing a common, like a fire cooking area somewhere in here. But this is straight out. That's looking down. So like mine is way high up on one tree, but a little lower on the other one. And I have to use that log to step on to get in it. It's gonna be good though, the white noise of the waterfall tonight. It's gonna be pretty awesome. we've been standing on this tree getting a foot massage. It's in the water up there and it's vibrating, but the main trunk is vibrating and it feels good. Okay, we've dubbed it dinner time. Everybody's found as flat a spot as they can to set their stoves up. There's not very many flat spots for sure. I'll be having it's a bow tie pasta with a creamy Italian sauce. That's just the dinner that we make at home, and then I freeze dry when I come out here, and that way I know I like it. Alright guys, I am snug in my hammock. Hard to see, but there's still a view of the waterfall. Ian's hanging out by the fire. And I am calling it listen to music for a little bit and then falling asleep at night. We'll see you guys in the morning. We did have one drawback as we were camped on this at least a 60-degree slope. Ian went to get his coat. He's got a REI puffy and it was all watered up anyway. It slipped out of his hand and rolled all the way down the hill into the river and floated away. So there is that one drawback from camping up here. But otherwise it's been pretty awesome. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So, be some life around camp. Oh, it was cold last night, but I stayed warm in my bag. Just had to be in it. We're gonna pretty much get up and have breakfast and tear down and head on out. It's about a 2-hour hike out of here. We might walk the river on the way out and see if we can find Ian's puffy, but I assume it's pretty well gone. Well, it's kind of cool this morning. I don't think the video will show it, but all the water that splashes up on that slate rock on the sides is just frozen solid. You can see all the contours of the rock because of the ice, but I'm torn down. Dustin is torn down. We're just getting morning sun. It's almost time that we don't need coats anymore, but it was a little chilly coming up this morning. And this is Ian's second backpacking trip, so we're helping him figure out his gear and how to put it away. And just enjoying the fire. Okay guys, that's where our fire was. And we're all packed up and almost all packed up and ready to go. We'll get a little on the way out. Show you the trail. Okay, so I was hanging right here. And I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit of water coming right through here. So this is a spring and it comes out of right there out of the ground. So, not that the waterfall and just the camping was awesome, but we've been filling our water right out of the spring, not even have to use our filters. I don't recommend that for everybody, but spring water is, I mean, it's pretty safe. It comes right out of the ground. It's all filtered. But the fact of it is I drink this water in my house 10 miles downstream at the convergence of three to four different rivers. So this is way cleaner than what I drink at home. But again, drink spring water at your own risk. I do fine with it. Oh, so last night Dustin watched that puffy go here underneath this snowbank, come out of this little spot right here, and then disappear around the corner. So we're gonna, not that I ever spend much time on the trail, but we're gonna bail off the trail and see if we can find the first log jam or eddy or whatever and see. But it's not, this isn't a bad trail for not being a trail. Ugh. Okay, we knew the odds of this would be astronomical, but check that out. There is a red REI puffy in the water. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty waterlogged and cold. And have ice all over it. And it weighs 10 pounds. Okay, sweet. All right, Clay's on the trail again. We're just going to follow this out. I love this time of year. Cold enough that people aren't out here yet. Warm enough that I've actually pulled my long sleeves up. Ian is one of those crazy guys that does like cold ice water baths and all that stuff. So we wrung his puffy out and he put it on. Alright guys, we're almost back to the trailhead. Whew. Just climbing the last hill. Back to where all the boardwalks are. I appreciate you coming along. It was a fun trip. It was a beautiful view. Everything ended up working out. Finding his coat. So, yeah, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you on the next adventure.